We're going to call this meeting to order. Thank you, everybody, for coming out on such a beautiful day. And if anybody has a declinary or pecuniary interest now or anytime during the meeting, you can declare it then. Please note that this meeting is being broadcast and recorded. Recordings will be made available on the town's YouTube channel. Anytime you'd like to have a viewing of us, this meeting, get any details. We don't have any delegations today, 3.1. Number 4 there, the adoption of the committee minutes. Sure you've all had an opportunity to read the minutes. And that was moved by Albert and seconded by Pam, that the minutes of the Wyoming Public Cemetery and Inactive Cemetery Committee meeting be received and approved for adoption. At Wyoming Public Cemetery and Inactive Cemetery Committee minutes 12th of September 2020. All in favor of those minutes? Yep. Carried, thank you. Okay, 5.1. Business arising from previous minutes. This topic, Adrian wasn't here the last time, but installation of a headstone at the Plympton-Wyoming Inactive Cemetery. The report by Ella Flynn, that was moved by Albert, seconded by Hank. Report by Ella Flynn, Executive Assistant Deputy Clerk, dated September the 23rd, 2024, regarding the installation of a headstone at the Plympton-Wyoming Inactive Cemetery be received, and the committee endorsed the installation of a headstone at the inactive cemetery. The staff be directed to work with the requester on an agreeable stone location. Okay, comments on that one? Do you remember the topic? Yeah, you heard any more from these folks?
Yep, I was emailing with Mr. Rice ahead of the meeting, so he was aware it was coming back. He was comfortable with if the stone would be located anywhere on the old school foundation. Al and I spoke about it, and that's probably where we're the most comfortable with it. That way we in the inactive cemetery. So Mr. Rice was happy to see the stone anywhere on that foundation. So if anyone has any questions, we can happily field them, but staff are comfortable. Sounds fair? Yeah.
Yep. Adrian, are you familiar with that?
Yes, I am. I've kept up to speed with that, and it's a very well put together report that he did to start with, right? There's a lot of good information there that made it probably easier to make the decision you made at the last meeting.
Yes, and he's volunteered too. I don't know how you'll deal with that, to pay any future maintenance or corrections or anything. He's almost agreed to anything we want. I'll give you money on like very, very good presentation.
He was willing to clean up the west fence too, where a lot of gravestones are still.
Yeah, I see. Oh, yeah.
So that was very kind offer.
So, yeah, so no, anybody else have anything more to say on that particular 5.1 topic? Everybody in agreement? All in favor of that then?
Yep.
Carried, thank you. So Ella, you guys are going to work with them on location and stuff and.
Yep.
Yeah.
The committee endorsed it, and then we'll definitely make sure it's in a location that everyone's happy with.
You'll be quite happy with that. Okay, second item there under business arising, 5.2, Wyoming Public Cemetery bench installation locations. Who wants to take this? Al, do you want to lead on this? The one bench is installed, correct?
Yes,
Right up today.
I had ordered up the slabs, waited some time for them to be made, and when they came in, we went over there and decided how to place the one bench by the columbarium that we felt that best aesthetically pleasing look to it. Now, as we looked for the second location that the committee had requested, we felt that it's gonna interfere with operations. So I believe it was directly across from the existing bench that was there. With trying to keep it outside the tree line, that it wouldn't interfere with the cemetery portion or the grave sites would winter maintenance and stuff there may be interfered with. You don't have enough room to set it back in there. And then the aisleways for the equipment to get down and to actually take care or dig for interments. So we're asking if there might be a consideration to maybe put the second bench mirrored to that one there that's already at the columbarium.
So there is a bench, where when we put on the decoration day, there's a bench there.
In the trees, yeah.
Yeah, in the trees. I was looking at that today.
Yeah, you can see it in this one picture here a bit.
Did we talk about that, putting the bench across from there? On the new part over there? The last time we talked about a second location, right?
Anywhere along there, it didn't have
Yeah.
to be directly across, but anywhere along there, yeah.
Anywhere along there.
Doesn't interfere.
As it was, as he's saying, it was kind of, no matter what we tried to do in there to keep it outside the sites, you're gonna be encroaching far, close enough to the road
Yeah,
that if we're dealing with snow, you'd be worried about hitting it.
so you're recommending, if I'm hearing you correctly, that we put the second one at the columbarium also?
Yeah.
Facing the columbarium?
We felt if we mirrored the one that was existing,
Yeah.
Both of them there, it still gives them a place to reflect. We left it up to the committee to decide.
Yeah. Any comments on that? I'm not sure. My thoughts on that. We already got one there sitting, looking at the columbarium. You can see a bunch of people sitting there looking at the columbarium. That's what I'm thinking.
People would like to sit in the shade too.
Yeah. And that's why when I got the phone call about it, I said, we better wait for committee because, if I say put this there, they columbarium and they get to committee, you put it there for. Committee didn't decide that.
I would prefer to see it on the new side, but I understand the problems as well.
Yeah, like if you get it.
Another look at it?
Huh?
Should we have another look at it?
They want to get it in before.
The material's there, so it's whatever. If we make a sound decision exactly where we want to put it, and it's not going to interfere with any maintenance in the cemetery, we'll go ahead and install it. It doesn't take much to do it.
The one that's already there on the south side, does that interfere with snow clearing?
It's set back. That side, the old cemetery is set back far enough there.
Yeah.
There's 15 feet or better back in there. I don't think you can achieve that on the new side. The tree line is just barely wide enough for a car to sit along there.
So I wonder if we put it on that same side,
Yeah.
but facing the new, like that one,
Yeah.
but maybe closer to that garage.
There's some pictures up there.
Or the other way or whatever.
Yeah, looking out over the newer part of the
Yeah.
cemetery, right?
The other one looks over the cemetery too, the new part.
But it's
Right.
kind of getting buried in the trees too.
That's still to be
From the Anglican
removed.
church.
Yeah.
The bush and stuff there, they're getting
Yeah.
wild and.
Yeah, I was thinking, I was looking there today, so I don't want to sit on that one. You're right in the bushes with that bench.
The one from the Anglican church, you mean?
No, the bush beside it.
Yeah.
Well, that Anglican church was not really in the bush, is it?
The bush is getting old enough there, starting to
Yeah.
encroach on it pretty
Chop,
bad.
chop.
So there's nowhere in the corner on the new side that's behind the trees that would looking over the new part, that like,
As soon as you go to the north of those trees,
Yeah.
you're into the burial sites. The first site is right there.
yeah, okay.
That was kind of where I was hoping to see it, was in the middle of that section somewhere.
Thoughts
Like
too.
the yellow outline really doesn't really depict the allowance in there is what it really is.
Well, it almost looks like there's snow there now. see the
That's
white.
gravel, that's gravel
Oh,
from
that's
snow
gravel from
removal.
the snow.
That's kind of what I'm getting at, like.
Yeah, it's too close to the road.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, we have the very south side of the old, you want this all at the new, near the new section. But,
Is there any room in here?
that's where we're discussing now, right? The facing
Oh, that's
Facing the new.
that's the existing one.
I will mention there is money budgeted next year for benches, so, if we could put the second one by the columbarium this year. And then next year revisit the idea of putting them inside the cemetery elsewhere. We're still waiting on the foundation to put the second bench in by the columbarium, so we do have a bit of time to get it figured out. But we will have money for 2 more benches next year.
Oh, 2 more, okay.
Well, then that might make a difference.
We get enough benches, we won't have to cut the grass.
Well, does the bench have to face the columbarium? I know the one is for sure. I mean, people just go and sit, yeah, I can see if you want to sit and look at the columbarium. you
When you-
find-
Yeah. I
When you
think
do
it'll look-
decoration day, this area here tends to fill up in here, right? So it gives, as we're thinking, it gave people an opportunity to sit, and you don't want to just place them block, okay, just
Yeah.
the benches drop there. We tried to make it
Yeah.
as aesthetically pleasing as possible. And we just felt if we did a second one, we'd mirror that
Yeah.
one. And then you have,
Well, since we're getting another 2 next year, Hank,
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna piggyback on what you just said. Is it possible that we try one on the north side there, being that we're gonna get, because what are we gonna do if we get 2 more next year? We place this one by the columbarium, we're gonna be sitting here looking at the same thing next year, wondering. I'm wondering if we were to try it and see if it interferes. 'Cause how thick is that cement slab? Is it hard to lift back out?
they're 6 inches.
Get it snowed around here anyways.
Well, just for a trial? Because next year, then you say, well, where would we put the other 2? I mean,
so where are you suggesting there, Hank?
well. Maybe trying somewhere along here, like try and encroach as far as we can away from the road, but not on the grave sites.
Closer to the tree.
Try.
So, but when you dig in close to the tree, now we're interfering with the roots and we're potentially killing the tree. You go in between the trees, now you're in the range alleyways that we use the equipment to go down to approach the cemetery, the plots.
You know, I think I like Al's idea. And I'm also liking the thoughts of just saying, hey, we got enough benches for the time being and defer next year's benches till 5-year plan or something. It's, but honestly, it's not like something people are gonna use that on a daily basis or nothing like that, I don't think. So I mean, over time, they'll deteriorate likely, and then you'll have to maintain them as well, or they'll, you know, so I think we should be a little forward thinking on how many benches we really want there.
So like that other little bench isn't much of a bench yet, not very big, that one that's there.
The new one?
No.
Or
The old, yeah,
the old-
that isn't very big.
The one under the tree, are you talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah, so kind of made out of what, stone or,
Yeah,
yeah, it's not,
no, and you know what, it's, you know, you gotta look at that one and say, okay, we got this one sitting here, why do we need that one over there?
yeah.
Cause it probably impedes grass cutting to some degree, that thing, the old one. Doesn't have a back on it.
Yeah, the one along the roadway does have a back.
Now that one does. I'm talking about this little one sitting over here
Oh, the little one in the trees there.
in the trees there. I mean, it's a bad looking bench, but it's not as,
Oh, yeah, that thing, yeah.
yeah.
It probably could be. Yeah. Agree.
So what about over here where the garage is? Like there, yeah, on that, yeah. Right, like in the middle there somewhere. What about there?
That's quite close to the Anglican bench, right? Is that the Anglican bench just to the right of that
It's quite a ways over.
pointer?
By the way, so yeah.
This is.
Yeah,
There's a bench there, right?
One like here,
Yeah,
Yeah.
or
good to me.
I'm gonna go back to my problem that I brought up before. Can you lower that to bring it closer to the north? This. Who's looking after this? Right now, nobody. Is it the town or is it the grass guy? Cause I want that cleaned up.
I think the grass guy, he was too steep, remember on that discussion?
So if we clean that up, is there room on that side for a bench? Cause right now it's just wild brush and it looks terrible, and I think we need to have it looking a lot neater, in my opinion. And maybe, I don't know, is there room to put a bench on that side?
Probably enough room for snow there then.
Yeah, that's, I mean, it is quite narrow, but it's all just weeds and, I mean, even the tree could come down. Like all the way down here. I don't know, like, is there room here for, like, on the corner? I don't know, this corner?
Yeah, well, no.
Options.
Well, you're thinking some way I am too, like it'd be nice if it faced the new
Yeah,
cemetery, that's
Yeah.
all, like.
yeah.
um,
Thought I was going backwards. I don't know how anybody else feels about that side, but
About a 2-foot drop, isn't it?
It is.
it
significant.
does. But it doesn't look as nice as the south side. If you go around the south side it's all trimmed up nice with
Yeah.
trees and this side's not, so I just would like to see something done if we could. So then there would be options there to put a bench on a corner, maybe.
Well, since we got the bench, I think we should get it placed this year regardless somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere, yes. Yeah.
Well, you said you thought it would kill the tree roots, but you're only down
6
6
inches.
inches, right?
It would then,
I looked at
bring it
that.
down 6 to 8 inches to get things
Yeah.
down and,
Just a little strip.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt the tree that much.
not guaranteeing the survival of the tree if we dig around the tree, that's.
Or the other thing could be if the tree does thrive and the roots grow, it'll lift that pad, right?
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah.
Well. Need to make a decision. So we did one option, put it. So here's the other one at the. That one there in that picture, nice looking location and on an angle, bit of an angle, but. I think the downfall there is how many people are gonna sit looking at the columbarium.
Yes.
But they just don't, it'd be nice to have it where people can view.
Even in the back corner, to put your vehicle too.
Yeah.
It wouldn't never get used.
Well, the other option, I guess, what I heard was across the road on the south side, right down by the building there. Was that the Anglican building you called it?
The garage,
In that spot to the left there, yeah.
But that's a department.
garage.
That's our maintenance garage.
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 So that's your. oh,
yeah, garage.
So that's an option.
Probably.
Well, you put it the same distance back as the other one there.
Mm.
Just to the side of it.
Look at that.
What do you think, Al?
I can plan it wherever you choose.
I know, but that would be far enough back off the road.
We're bringing back our concerns and,
Yeah.
you still say, put it on the north side, we'll stick it there someplace, but again. The gaps or the spaces in between the trees are basically open for the maintenance lanes or the.
Yeah,
and right to the plot.
Trying not to get involved in that for sure, turning them lawnmowers around.
So over by the workshop there. Maybe that's a best alternative right now.
Thinking, Adrian?
Well, I'm just, no, I'm kind of wondered about the benches, but I still like Al's first idea. I think that kind of balances that thing and, you know, I don't know where we put it. I don't think they're gonna get used that much personally. And I don't think we should be looking at more for next year. I personally don't think. By ads, I don't. Anyway, that's just my
Well,
thoughts.
Here's the option then. If we go by Al's recommendation, mirror what's there. We do have the option next year to accept or decline 2 more benches. So if we come up between now and next year with a couple of spots or 1 spot for a bench, then we could place the new benches, the 2 that were there. So this would give us time to think and go ahead and put the second one here.
Yeah, and if I can add to that, if you choose to put it on the north side of the new cenotaph or the new cemetery, we could make sure we budget for the vegetation control along in there. Right now, there's nothing there for that, no.
So can we live with that, to mirror that? And then, like Ella said, we got 2 benches coming next year. So between now and then, now in the spring, maybe we can pick some locations where we could put 1 or 2 of them or not. I know it's a big
Okay.
cemetery. We should be able to find a place.
Need a motion for that?
Well, Ella's got that picture up there. I want to just point out how nice the 3 trees look that Al put in there in the spring of this year, or was it last year? This year, they've done well, I think. Yeah, and they look good. They're
A
gonna,
very good growing season.
yeah, no, they're gonna be good there.
Need a motion for that?
No, we got a motion here that mirrors on Al's, that was Albert, moved by Albert, seconded by Pam, that staff be directed to place the second bench, the Wyoming Public Cemetery along the walkway to the columbarium, as we discussed. You want to vote on it? See how it goes? All in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, unanimous, carried. Okay, then, so next year we can start to think about, okay, where can we put the other 2 benches? Because we need something looking into the new cemetery, so. Gives us a little more time. Okay, I'll shoot. Marching orders. Okay. Okay, number 6 there, accounts, we have no item at this time. 7.1. There's 2025 Wyoming Public Cemetery Committee calendar. Everybody had an opportunity to take a look at that calendar? Nope. Have a look at it and see. See what you think. It's almost the same as this year. And once again, these are flexible, you know, if there's 1 or 2 people are gonna be busy or this or that, we can change these meetings, just let us know. And I think it's almost identical. Years. Okay, that was moved by Albert, seconded by Adrian. The report by Ella Flynn, Executive Assistant Deputy Clerk, dated September 4th, 2024, regarding the 2025 Wyoming Public Cemetery and Inactive Cemetery Committee calendar be received. The Wyoming meeting dates, and that the approved meeting dates be forwarded to the town clerk for inclusion in the 2025 council and committee chair calendar. All in favor? Carry. Thank you. Like I say, any meeting can be changed, so don't hesitate to let us know if something needs to be changed. Okay, no bylaws this time, and it's 8 there. Correspondence, we have no items. Number 10, new business. The one item I have on there before we go to the floor is canceling the November meeting. At this point in time, we don't have anything for the November meeting that Ella has nothing. Adrian's gonna be gone to Florida, maybe, hopefully, if it's still there. So we're considering canceling. We want to wait, talk to the committee about it and see what you think, and the next meeting wouldn't be till January then. Okay. Is that okay? That's. We don't need a motion for that. All in favor of that anyway, just so I know, yeah, okay. So Ella, you can carry on as such, it's canceled.
Earning motion, it says that we meet in November, we'll do the change.
Right, you're right. What's the date in January?
9th.
Pardon me, 9th? February the 9th. Okay. Adrian, any new business today?
I've been thinking about something to bring up and I'm don't have my brain around it exactly how I'm gonna present it. Until January.
Okay. Okay. New business, get prepared for January. Hank? No, I'm good. Pam?
I did mine.
Okay, Grace. Albert, no. Al?
Just informed, Will Doctor did some, cenotaph work for us out there in, Kamlaki again. So we have applied for a grant, trying to refurbish that cenotaph. But, we're still in the means of waiting for whether we've been successful on it or not, so we just continue to Band-Aid it along there, so.
Did they spray that at one time to kind of protect that concrete and stonework? Did they have it sprayed with
It's had some restorations done to it. I don't think they've
Yeah.
ever sealed the concrete.
okay. Remember talking about it.
The grouting and everything there. That's what the problem with this is the moisture has got in to the foundation now. So every time we get a freeze cold cycle, it's freezing and popping the concrete repairs that we're making. So
Yeah.
it needs to be tore down to the foundation and then rebuilt.
And that's from Dr. Masonry, is that who? it
Dr.
was?
Masonry has patched it up again for us.
Okay, Ella, do you have anything else? No? You'll be here with us in January, will you?
Guess that is news for the committee.
Saw something in the paper and I
Yeah, so I'll
I
be
was reading.
on a bit of a leave. So in January, we'll probably have someone training under me, who's gonna take over for the next year and a half after I'm gone. But I will be back.
Yeah, that's good.
And I assume congratulations is in there.
Congratulations. Yeah,
Congratulations.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I told her she could stay on and just be online for 18 months.
Yeah,
I
at
didn't
home.
think that was much of a suggestion. So, okay, I guess that's it then. I don't have anything else. Moved by Albert, seconded by Hank at the Wyoming Public Cemetery and Inactive Cemetery Committee adjourns until January the 9th, 2025. Wow.
Right.
Better put 2025. All in favor?
Yep.
Yep, Gary, thank you.